The game has started. It's me to go first. I've got QI or Weedy. Weedy scores more. QI has some synergy, so if I draw an A, I've got Caddy and Cade. I think I'll go with Weedy on this occasion. Normally just get rid of the Q immediately, but since it's got the I with it, I'm going to go with Weedy there. So I do draw an A and a D as well. So Caddy and Cade. Queried, almost have Querida. Not quite, yeah. Through a U. Any other Q words without a U? Caddy, Cade. Weedy takes a T for Tweedy, so that's something to bear in mind for future reference. Does this rack make anything with a U? I wonder. Apart from the Q and the O, it's a pretty nice 5-letter set. Okay, I've got Cade here as an option. 37, it's not bad. With REO, or the other option, similar score. 34 with a slightly better rack leave. 3 points less, better rack leave. When it's close, I do prefer to go with the better rack leave. I'm going with Caddy for 34. Destroyed through an ST. That's unlikely to emerge. So I have the re prefix. Not sure if there's any bingo in the set, but it'll be pretty easy to resolve the rack and score with my Y. But yeah, it doesn't look like I can get anything down there. YI something. Endow. What have I got here? Ended. 22, not a great rack leave. Endowed. Endy. Ready. I have ready on my rack. As in the color. Ready. Anything down here? Doddery. Doddery. 15 points, keeping an E. Deedy. That's another option for 25. OR, not terrible. Opponent taking some time again with their move. Yeed. Noddy, that's an option as well. I don't think Noddery is any good. Noddy seems okay with double ER. Quite like that. What about Yode? There's quite a few options with this rack. That's probably my preferred play there for 27. Yode. Still wondering if perhaps there is some bingo in this that I've overlooked. Okay, that's why opponent was taking a while. 2 blanks. Sometimes hard to visualize the bingo. Got dodgy here. Oh, not dodgy, sorry. Dodgy like that. 42. Dodgy, can you spell dodgy? Yes. No, it's without the E. I looked at that and thought, that looks a bit dodgy. Greedy, that looks alright. Y gets doubled, 45. Yeah, I'll go with that. What have we got here? Some scoring tiles again, but the F can't get across to the double word square there. Can the H do it? High I is about as good as I can see there, but creates the hot spot. Rack leave isn't great. 36. It's kind of the benchmark. I have nothing to come across there under the R, no E for that. PH words. Can't see anything there. I might actually play high I. I know it's a bit volatile. Anything through the J. I have gin. 24. Maybe keep the F and the H for some heavy scoring play next turn. Might well be taken, that being one of the only scoring spots left on the board. I think I actually am going to go with high I here, even if it does give back a bit. And I draw an S, so send. Is that good? I think it is. 40 if opponent doesn't take that spot. The Tweedy hook's still available. Three S's to come apart from my ones. Opponent might well have an S there. Yeah, luckily I wasn't stung worse in that instance. And I can't take advantage of the trip lane that he's exposed. So what are the scores? 147, 131. I've got a slight lead, but I have to think of how to resolve this rack. I mean, I have elf here, but the rack leave is pretty vulnerable to drawing consonants. So what about Delph? 19, decent rack. Yeah, I'll go with that. Two B's and an X. Unideal to say the least. Guess I've got backs up there for face value, just to sort the rack out somewhat. Yeah, I think there's not much else. There's not much else on offer there. So backs for 12. And again, consonants. So a bit of a struggle so far. I still have that small lead, but that could quickly evaporate. And my opponent also appears to be struggling. I have verbs. I guess I could do verbs and stunts, or verbs and... Does Delph take an S? Yeah, that seems okay. Now, that looks a little bit better. What am I thinking of here? I'm thinking of coenury and nauries. Not quite. An IC ending word. Anuretic. Conuria. No. Yeah. The V doesn't seem to really assist this rack either. So how to resolve it? Any extension possibilities? Okay, we've got a T to work with. Curation. Oh, does curation have an anagram? Anti prefix, but that's where it ends. Tunica. see much better there. Glory. I'm thinking of oliguria. Oli. Yeah, I've got the two A's, so that doesn't work. And a third A. Now I've got an R, which already doubles one on the rack, so. And the O as well doesn't look useful. Is there definitely no bingo on this rack? Almost Logania, but yeah, the R. Okay, where can I can't even come down with a V really. Got a G for a mediocre score. 20. Gadjo, slightly better rack leave. Yeah, I'll go with that. Duplicates again. I have air. Yeah, opponent bingo, so not looking good. July 21. What have we got here? Two eyes. Close, but I can't quite see it here. That's a bingo lane through the N, but it's very specific in how. I guess a fancy overlap is still available, but it won't be for long. Tyro, I guess, plays, yeah? Tyro 19. What bingo? Anything, yeah? So close. Beastia. I guess I have ES there. 24. Can I do better than 24? P. PI something. Can't see it. RE something. again, it's limited with what I can do there. OH takes an S, so I guess bears 23. How are we doing for time? I've got a fair bit of time. Opponent's running low. Is there definitely no bingo here? I was just thinking, does that E help? I think boars is good, isn't it? 29. Yeah. Can I outrun opponent? That is the question. He's got some heavyweight there, so I doubt. Yeah, that's probably done it for him, unless I can go out. I didn't think this through, did I? I really need to go out with double EI, and it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Oh, almost. I know, but EU isn't good. Oh, what a shame I didn't think this through. Yeah, P is good with 3 E's, but that's no good to me. Opponent has Meg, so he's going to score. He'll probably go out with Meg, actually. Game. So that's game, set, and match, unless I can find an outplay. ME is no good. It's AMI with an A. Oh, that is a shame, eh? I wonder if I was to block that spot. Nah, he's got Meg there anyway. Not Meg, Gem and Ma. Anyway. Just wonder what I should have done there. Maybe a play down from Fen. It just shows you how if you don't look at the remaining tiles, it can be the difference between a win and a loss. That's 14 and pi 16. Yeah, I'll just have to accept the loss here. And I've gone over time. Actually, I haven't. I just went into the final 3 minutes. So, just wait for opponent to finish up. And that was the end of that. So let's have a look at what we missed, particularly at the end of the game. So I'll just be looking at my own racks. Weedy was actually the preferred play by the examiner, so happy to have spotted that one. Cuddy at 6B across was my play and also examiner's choice. Grappled, opponent played there. Dodgery, that's I did actually cross my mind, but just briefly. I went with greedy, same score, but Analyzer preferred just the E, and so do I in retrospect. So not far off the top one there. And then my rack was, I played high I, which examiner liked as well. And my next rack, Delph F7. Yeah, Delph was my play, so examiner also liked that one. I dropped a few equity points there. I scored 19 for Opa, but add G sorted the rack out nicely. I don't know about the double O combo, but for the extra 3... Oh, I see, of course, it keeps the P for score, so 100%, yeah, that was the better play. If I'd spotted at G and looked at my rack leave, I would almost certainly have played that. So next rack was no, that wasn't my rack. That was my rack, yes. So Vax was way down there. Vex was suggested at E2. E2. Vex. Of course, down. Down with ticks. 23. Even though it was a shocking rack leave, it scored so much more, which put it way up the list. Yeah, although equity-wise, it was only 3 points off the pace in as far as the equity goes, so not too bad for Vax. My next rack was also consonant heavy, and verbs looked like the top play for the examiner there. My next rack was this one, and I really thought there was a bingo here, but could not see one. Tunica was down the list. Turaco scored the same but a better rack leave, so that one was okay. And then I played Gadjo. Could have played Oral through the R at D10. That's there. Oral. Ah, that's quite nice actually. And the rack leave was pretty good too, considering where it started. Opponent bingoed, and here I had Aril as the top play, but I played Agila through the G for 21, similar score, but Ert definitely a better rack leave, and you can see the equity difference there, quite substantial, 7-point equity difference. My next rack was this one, no bingo, Pair 4G. That's there, okay. It sorts the rack out with a very strong rack leave, although I think opponent was going to look at blocking no matter what. Yeah, anyway, it definitely made sense to go for the bingo, because I was behind about 30 points at that stage. But I tried to outrun opponent and almost did. Let's see if I could have. Tyro. Tyro was my play instead of pair. That was opponent's rack, and then my second or third last rack was this one, Amberries for 88. Oh, and it is a word that I know. Amberries. Maybe a place where the semi-precious stone amber is extracted or stored or processed. I don't know, it's just a guess. Amberries. Okay, that was a miss. And my play was not too far down the list. I scored 29 for boars, obviously inferior to the bingo, and then opponent played tuck, and pie was the best there. So bingo. Actually, if we go back just to search, Amberries was, if I'd played Mbiras over there, that would have given me double E to go out with, and let's see what opponent had on that final. Okay, he had an S there, but he didn't have an outplay, so Mbiras, M-B-I-R-A-S, pretty much wins the game, because it was a 32-point play, so that would have put me about 21 points ahead, and I'd say the best opponent had there was, what did they have? Tuck for 30, but then I play my two E's somewhere, you know, like, what do I play? What do I play my E's? Maybe over there. 10 points plus the count back from the remaining tiles on the opponent's rack. So I think I might well have won that, even just with a 10-point play. So, and actually EYEI, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, there's a 10-point play as well. I think 10 would have actually done it. But a very tight end game. I did rush that last move. Don't know if I would have spotted Mbiras, but it was a nice close battle, and I hope you enjoyed watching that one, and I'll see you next time.